do have Roger's book. I know you've pretty much got every book there is. What did you think of Patterson's book?
Patterson actually beat everybody else to publishing a lot on this, except for Ivan T. Sanderson.
Right.
He wrote a little self-published book, actually a whole year, and it was published a whole year before he actually got the film. So naturally, there's no mention of the film in the book. It's called "Do Abominable Snowmen in North America Really Exist?" Because Roger was interested in researching the subject.
Right.
And his book consisted of a lot of revamping and republishing of newspaper articles, magazine articles, and things like that. And Roger was a bit of an artist himself, so most of the illustrations is his own artwork.
Okay.
Yeah. Some blatantly plagiarized artwork from other people, too. In other words, there were original pictures in there that he redid.
So the book was published in what year?
1966.
66. Mm-hmm. The video was done in 67.
67.
Now, when were the original footprints found in Willow Creek?
Well, if you're talking about the original footprints that got the Sasquatch's American name Bigfoot, that was 1958.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was a good full 10 years.
Yeah, full 10 years. Yeah. I think Roger basically got involved in this because he was fascinated with what Rennie DeHinnon and John Green were doing. And he started looking into things on his own.
Had John Green already published anything?
No, not at this point. No, John Green's first books came out in 1968-69. Yeah, On Track of the Sasquatch and Near the Sasquatch, of course, the Sasquatch File. So Rogers actually published his 3 years before.
And how did they know each other?
As far as John was concerned, he met Roger. Roger was just sort of a guy who would show up whenever they would get together, and at first they thought of him as another guy who's going to be interested for a couple of days and then disappear.
Right.
But Roger started looking into things on his own, and they started communicating by letter and phone all the time. If Roger heard about something down in Washington or Oregon, he called John, and John heard something in northern Washington or BC, he called Roger.
Now, you were good friends with John. What was John's impression of Roger Patterson?
As far as he was concerned, Roger Patterson got the best piece of evidence ever to prove the existence of the Sasquatch. He has absolutely no doubt that the film is authentic. And he has absolutely no doubt about Roger Patterson's credibility. As for Rennie DeHinnon, he also believes the Patterson film to be authentic, and he did everything he could to try to prove it was a hoax, because Rennie DeHinnon's attitude towards Roger Patterson was, "He's a little bullshit artist." Yeah, and he said that on more than one occasion.
Right.
Yeah, they got along, but I don't think Rennie really trusted him all that much. Matter of fact, he probably would have accepted the film a lot quicker if Roger Patterson hadn't been the man holding the camera.
Right. Because Rennie believed that was the real deal. That video.
At first, he was determined to prove it was a hoax.
Right.
And one of his greatest regrets was going to Aldi Atlee's house the following Sunday to look at the film and not going straight to the film site itself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't. And he said we had all the development info right there, right in front of us, because all the packaging was there, but no one thought it important and no one bothered to look at it.
Right.
Because no one thought 30, 40, 50 years later people were going to make an issue out of everything.
Right.
Right. And after his years of investigation, you might want to say Rennie DeHinnon spent 18 years studying the Sasquatch. He spent 30 years studying the Patterson-Gimlin film.
Right.
Yeah. Because he was determined to prove how this little guy faked this, and he said no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't.
And he was one smart cookie, Rennie.
Oh, yes, he was. He was straightforward, got his mind set on a target, and wouldn't give up until he found that target.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Thomas.
You're welcome.